I think let's see if Pavarotti would come and sing a few arias for me.
I would be. Why not? Do you want to Newsom?
Oh right.
Yeah, with the heart.
Yeah,
With a heart.
fantastic.
I'm going Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young just for the harmonies.
Yeah.
Hi, James, Tom, Tim.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you all. I love the movie,
Oh, thank you.
and I know that it's not the first time that you guys work together. So I'm gonna start like from the beginning. Like, Tom, can you tell me like the main inspiration for the script?
So, I don't know what the exact inspiration for the idea was when we first wrote the short film back in 2006. But I think maybe we'd been reading about musicians doing those kind of private gigs for kind of millionaires and sort of people being flown around the world. I remember that Sting went off to do a private gig some years ago, and there were photos of him at this birthday, this sort of Russian billionaire's birthday, looking quite awkward and finding that funny and thinking about the relationship between the person who's paying for it and the person who's got to come and perform, and thinking there was something very kind of funny and fertile about that. So I think that's probably what was in our heads when we first came up with the idea. But obviously it's just, it's changed a lot in that time, and the short film was much more focused on these two strangers meeting and sort of not really getting on with each other. And then the feature film, goes into much more depth about their past and about what the music means to them and the way that they've changed or failed to change since the music came out.
Yeah, the film is very charming. It's funny. I love all the dialogues, and especially
thank you.
Charles, that played by Tim. I love that. How was it for you, like, to play a character like that and play a character like that? I think it must be easier, right? Easy for you.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. Yeah, I think. Well, I did it. I suppose I would have done it like 18 years ago, but I probably was doing variations on that in other bits of sketches and things we've been writing, and also in real life. So he's just constantly on the surface, the first 5 minutes, you're just like, this guy doesn't shut up. But I think that was kind of the challenge in making the feature, was to have that as your kind of foundation for the guy. But then you wouldn't really. People have been very positive about this character. And I don't think you'd get that if that was all he was. So gradually, as the film moves forward, you see he has this optimism and this kind of warmth and positivity towards life and towards Herb. But as you go further into the film, you sort of unpick a little bit where he's come from in the last 5 years or beyond that. And so there is some kind of emotional depth to him that you don't notice in the first 10 minutes of the film. You just maybe underestimate him in the same way that Herb underestimates him in the house. You realise that he's an actual person, which I don't think Herb quite acknowledges initially, and then realises he is.
Yes, he is. He's super fun, and then sometimes I want to hug him. Like,
Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah.
don't feel-
No, I'm looking after him, don't worry.
That's good.
Yeah.
Love that. James, so we have Carey Mulligan. I need to ask about her. What was about her and her previous work that made you guys pick her to be in the movie?
I mean, we came together when Tom and Tim had constructed or unlocked the script, I guess, for the feature with the character of Nell, and it was a really it's a really difficult thing to try and find. We thought at the time when we were talking about it, just to find someone who would kind of fit with the sensibility, and the first person on the top of our list was Carey, partly based on obviously an incredible body of work, really, in fact wholly. But based on a body of work, also there was someone we could believe who had a voice and can sing, which she clearly can in previous work. But it was more about a sensibility, just looking for someone who had kind of come in with a real assuredness to the process. And she just came in with a lot of, she's an incredibly humble, wonderful person as a human. And she came in with all of that generosity into the process and really gave herself to everything in the film, and she continues to do that. So we're very, very grateful to have her as part of the ensemble. She's really, amazing. She's amazing in the film.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think she brings a lot to the story, to the movie, and everything.
You know, with that character, you need someone who's going to kind of be, drive a pretty straight line through the film, and know exactly who she is as a character, but also as a person and a performer. She has a confidence, but she also has a grace and humility, and so she shares a lot of those things with what you need Nell to be. So yeah, she was brilliant.
Yeah, and if you guys have to pick someone, a band or a singer to do a private show for you, which band do you pick? Tom?
I think I think maybe let's see if Pavarotti would come and sing a few arias for me.
Amazing team.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
I would be. Why not?
Go on.
Joanna Newsom.
Oh right.
Yeah,
With the heart.
Yeah,
with the heart.
Fantastic.
Okay, and James?
I'm going Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, just for the harmonies.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
harmonies.
Yeah. Bring it all
Amazing.
together. Yeah, lovely.
Amazing. Just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure
Thank you so
to
much.
meet
Thanks a lot.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you the
Thank
next
you.
time. Bye.
Thank you.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.